But more coaching to be decided, man. Joe, it's gonna be rough, man. It's gonna be rough, man. Cause old McDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. He left from the east to go to the west coast. You went from the bank to the 12th man.
Mm.
The Seattle Seahawks hired Baltimore Ravens defensive coordinator Mike McDonald as their next head coach, giving him a 6-year contract.
Mm.
He's one of the guys that was on your list. I think you all interviewed him, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
I would ask you how you feel about this first, but he's in your division, Dave,
I
and the
know.
Ravens put a hurting on them 49ers. How you feeling, man?
Facts though. I ain't even see it like that.
Uh, in all honesty, this is the only competition we have in the division. Honestly,
What? Oh.
yeah. So I mean, we own the Rams. So
Oh.
I'm not really too worried about them. They got a dub because we sat our starters in the last game, so I ain't too worried about that. And the Cardinals are the Cardinals, and they ain't nothing. So this is definitely going to be it's going to be a battle, in this division now with him there. Because if you look at that defense with the Ravens, they had a historic defense this year. With him leading that defense, they led the league in sacks, points per game, and turnovers. It's first time in history that's happening for a while, and I mean they got them over to the AFC Championship game, and they held Patrick Mahomes to 17 points, and that was all in the first half. They didn't score anything in the second half at all. So that defense is led with, but that defense was led with, of course, with Roquan Smith. They had Kyle Hamilton, so they got the players in there. But that's not to say that they don't have the players in Seattle, because they have the players in Seattle.
Yeah.
They have exactly what they need. They went and made a trade with the Giants and got one of their defensive linemen last year. So this defense is definitely going to be a lot better. But is Geno going to be improved? Are they going to get another quarterback? What's going to happen with that? So I'm not too worried about it, but I know it's going to be a lot more physical when it comes to Seattle now, because that defense is going to get improved. Mike McDonald was a huge hire for them. He was a vaunted candidate for a lot of teams, not just the Commanders. He was a candidate for the Falcons, because the Falcons had interviewed him. What was one of the other jobs that was open? I can't remember all the Patriots. The Patriots were thinking about him before they went ahead and just gave Gerard Mayo the position. So it's definitely going to be, their defense will be a lot better. I think their defense might even be top 10 next year, with him coming in there. It could even possibly make it the top 5, because they have the talent there. They just didn't have the coordinator that they needed, and now they got a head coach that helps out with that defense. And then he's twice as younger as Pete Carroll, so he's going to be able to relate to those players a lot more, because he's closer to their age, and he understands the game. And then he hasn't gotten to the Super Bowl, but he has a championship experience being in the AFC Championship game, and that's not going to do anything but help them a lot more. And then like I said, they got the players, they got everything they need there. So their defense will be a lot better. I'm not sure about the entire team just yet, because I'm not sure who is going to have as this OC or how the offense is going to look, but this team will be better.
Joe?
Yeah. So the Seahawks, you go from the oldest coach to the youngest coach. This is crazy. All right. They said that he had the most spectacular interview. They said that this is a guy they wanted. They also said even if the Ravens would have went to the Super Bowl, they were going to wait until he go to the Super Bowl and everything to interview him. Like, that's how much they wanted this dude. Now I think it's a good move. I think it's a good fit for both parties. The type of attitude the Seahawks have, known as a defensive oriented team. They already got young defensive weapons, like you said, Dave. And I feel like him coming there as a head coach, being under John Harbaugh, is gonna help him a lot. Being in that Ravens organization, pretty sure the leadership skills are great. I heard interviews like Kyle Hamilton and somebody there talk about it. They said that he's a great motivator. You know, he's a great. Like I said, they were blown away by his presentation. So like they're very confident that he's going to do a great job there. And I think he would too. Now, so I mean, I like it. I wasn't upset. I didn't really want him. You know, I didn't want him as a head coach. Not saying like it was if we had hired him, I would have been like, oh, but he wasn't like somebody like we got to get him. I wasn't really upset when he got hired. I was happy for Seattle for real. I felt like it was a good transition. Like you said, Dave, you know, that Pete Carroll, he's like that father figure in the locker room. Like you respect your elders type guy. But McDonald's, he what, 36, 35, 36 years old? He in
36 years old.
36. You know,
he's
so
literally half the age of Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll's 72.
Young dude, fiery too. You know, like
72.
Yeah, he's 72 years
running
old.
Up and down the
he don't
sideline
look
like that.
He don't look like he's 72, but he's 72 years old.
How you running?
Whatever he was chewing on in them games, man, was keeping him young.
Yeah, remember he was throwing dimes in practice. Remember that? But yeah, so I think it's a good hire for the Seahawks. I'm happy for them. I think they got their guy. 6 years, long time. I do have to see how his staff is going plan out. That's why I want to see who you're going to hire as an offensive coordinator and et cetera for that offense. So, but I think it's a good hire.
We got some other coaching. Well, I'll wait till after this segment.
But I mean, for the Seahawks, I would have looked at it and said, who's been running this division for so long? The 49ers, who is the one team that is our arch rivals. The 49ers. Like technically they have some battles with the Rams, and of course you have your battles with the Cardinals, but at the end of the day, it's always been that Legion of Boom and that bang bang Niner game. That's why Sherm went over there, because he was like, all right, y'all don't want to sign me. I'm gonna go over here and see if I can do something. So if I'm sitting back and I'm the organization and I know Pete may not be back, I'm watching that Monday, but that was a Monday night game, right? I'm watching that Monday night game and I'm like, look how they made Purdy look. Everybody was still there. He made some moves.
That was Thanksgiving, I think.
It was Thanksgiving? I think that was a Monday night.
Oh
no, that was Thanksgiving. That was Thanksgiving. You're right. It was Thanksgiving.
I mean, because I forgot we beat up.
It felt like a Monday night.
Eating birds for Thanksgiving. So
you're right. And that's after my man Deron Blank caught the pick six, to make history. But it's not about us. I'd have looked at that game and said, yeah, I want him. Whoever that defensive coordinator is that can stop that Kyle Shanahan, Sean McVay, Matt LaFleur offense, I need that. Pause. Oh, it's February. I said that's in the chat. Pause. But
you know what time? I'm sorry, cut you off. You're right. It was Monday night on Christmas.
Okay, I knew I wasn't tripping.
Against the Ravens.
It's on Ravens, right?
It was Christmas. Yep, it was. Yeah. I remember. Yep.
I think it's my Seahawks at first. That's my fault.
I thought he's talking about the Seahawks too. That's why I said that.
No. I'm talking about when the Ravens.
Yeah, that was Monday night. Christmas. Yeah.
Which Ty should have been here to help me out. He like dropping the score.
Ty might have been just as confused as we were.
If you're the Ravens defensive coordinator, you watch them beat up on the Rams. I mean the 49ers. Yeah. So yeah, that's why you want him as a head coach, because you got the new defensive coordinator who got some exotic schemes and who can also probably steal some of them players from the Ravens to come on over here. Patrick Queen. He may be a free agent. They can't bring everybody back. You bring Patrick Queen over here to add to what you already got going.
He is a free agent. They only have $11.7 million in cap space.
I mean, look, people, it's the NFL day. The cap really don't exist. There you go, 33-19. But it's just a lot of scheme stuff that you can come up with. And also, speaking of quarterbacks, I mean, once we find out who your offensive coordinator is going to be, now you go back to the front office and see if you can make some deals. Because there's a lot of quarterbacks out there. Commanders may be getting rid of their quarterback. You can go get a Sam Howell. I mean, Trey Lance is still down there in Dallas, or Dak may say, you know what, y'all don't want me, trade me. It's a lot of things that can happen in this offseason to make the Seattle Seahawks look like a brand new franchise. So it's gonna happen, man.
I actually think that Trey Lance is going to end up in the NFC West. I don't know who, but I think he's going to end up back in the NFC West. I really think
Seahawks
so.
are nasty.
I don't think
that's
Dallas. I don't think Dallas is going to keep him. I think they're going to end up cutting him because they're not going to use him.
I mean, Cooper Rush free agency. It's a lot of things that's gonna happen, man. It's a lot of things. This off season may be 10 times better than the one from last season because it's a lot of things that's gonna shake up.
It is.
Yeah. But yeah, for me, man, I'm happy for the Seahawks. Like you said, they going from the oldest coach to the youngest coach, and again, he's still defensive minded. So you got another physical defensive minded coach back in that physical division. It's only up from here.
Mm-hmm.
Dave's like, I don't care about none of that. I just need us to win.
I'm excited about that too.
That's all I care about right now. I said it on Joe's show last night. All I care about is that Super Bowl.
And on the NBA show, he said that. Y'all, he right though.
He ain't playing no games. But we're gonna take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, it's Joe time, man. We're gonna see what's going on with this coaching situation up here in DC, man. Are they actually gonna find somebody? Is somebody actually gonna say yes? I seen them hold the banners up for a lot of prom dates, but they ain't getting no responses yet, man. So we gonna see.
Yeah, the Dolphins are interviewing their famous head coach Don Shula. They're interviewing his son Chris Shula for the defensive coordinator job.
No, okay. Well, look, see what I'm saying? A lot of things are happening.
It's the name.
Well, make sure y'all hit that like button, man.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.